Hey gang, Anthony Orlando here. Welcome to Film Highlights. Joining me today is voice actress Carolina Ravassa, star of Marvel's X-Men 97 Season 2. Carolina, thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, let's get started. In the show X-Men 97, I mean, you just joined in the second season and you voice the mutant superhero Polaris. How does it feel to be part of such a popular show right now?
It's pretty crazy. I guess while I was recording, I was excited to be a part of it, but you never really imagine what the response is going to be. And I feel like the X-Men 97 lovers have had a great response for Polaris. So I feel very honored to be playing her, and it's just a lovely family to be joining.
Absolutely. I mean, are you a big comic book fan, or like are you just like a big fan of Marvel?
I'm a big fan of Marvel. I did not grow up reading comics. I was an outdoor kid, so I spent a lot of time climbing trees and scraping my knees. But I have since then appreciated all the work that's gone into comics, and I understand it's just such a beautiful art form and storytelling form. So I'm very excited to be a part of this, and I have watched most Marvel movies that have come out with all the superheroes. So yeah, it's a great thing to have these days.
Fantastic. I mean, like I'm a big Marvel guy myself. I mean, so it's again, it's just like so awesome to meet someone who's been a part of the process. And so now in the new season, your character Polaris, she starts off working for the U.S. government, controlling and detaining mutants as a member of X Factor. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, could you elaborate on why she decided to be a part of this group, despite their mistreatment of mutants?
I think it's a very complicated thing. I think she's I think she's deciding what the right thing to do is, and maybe sometimes we think that by working with one group, we're going to be helping the other. So I think that people who are working for X Factor think, okay, well, as long as I do it with the government, it's probably the right thing to do. But I think Jubilee questions her and says, how would Professor X feel about us? Would he be proud? And I think that's what really makes her think about it twice and realize that maybe she's on the wrong side of history. So she switches. I think it's complex, I think sometimes I believe in Magneto's philosophy. Sometimes I believe in Professor X's. I think it's a very tricky thing.
Absolutely. I mean, like all these different characters, they have like a different idea of what the right thing to do is. I mean, and with X-Men 97, like it really makes it such like a really intriguing narrative. I mean, like there's no like a black and white view of everything. I mean, like each side like has their own like valid argument, but it's like the
Yeah.
but so overall, you could see that with the X-Men, I mean, as Polaris would agree, like it's the better side at this point. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad she leaves and decides to join the X-Men again.
Yeah, yeah, me too. And now, before the new season was released, there were actually reports that actress Neve Campbell was actually going to voice Polaris. I mean, could you tell us how did you end up getting the role?
Oh, I mean, I just auditioned. We get auditions through our agents. So when I auditioned, I didn't know that it was for Polaris, and once I booked it, I found out that it was for X-Men. But yeah, I thought Nev was going to be playing it in live action, so I wasn't aware of any of this.
Right. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I know Marvel can be really secretive about like the details about their projects before
Yeah.
release. I mean, all in all, like, I was really excited to see that Polaris was going to be a part of the new season. I mean, I mean, what is it about her character that appealed to you the most?
I think I love a character that is trying to better themselves. They're not just born with eternal confidence and everything's fine in the world because we're not like that. So she has a complicated past, and she doesn't really love the idea of being connected to her father. Yet she finds a beautiful mentor father figure in Professor X. And so I feel like she's got very complicated feelings, and like all humans, she's just trying to get stronger, believe in herself, find that true confidence. And so she's living a human experience as a mutant, and so I just connected to the very colorful emotions that she has.
Yeah, I mean, I was really intrigued by her arc of her trying to overcome her feelings like resentment over her connection with Magneto.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a really exciting journey so far, and I was also really curious about her relationship to Havoc, her sort of like the other leader of the X Factor. I mean, like he's also kind of been siding more with the U.S. government on this. So I was wondering if you could like elaborate on what their exactly what their relationship is at this point.
Well, I think like any, like I guess like soccer players playing on one team and then they get sold to the next, I mean, I still care for Havoc and I think that, uh, we obviously had a connection at one point, but she's decided to move on to a different phase of her life. So, I don't know that there's any animosity, but I think that now she just believes, fighting with the X-Men is better than against them. So,
Right.
yeah.
And so now, what has been your favorite moment from season two so far?
So many. I love the really kind of intimate conversation that she has with Professor X while they're having coffee. I think he's really helping her find herself, even though she says that the only person who can define her is herself. And I love when they're fighting danger and she has to incorporate this power that she has inherited from Magneto, even though she doesn't like him. And he says, he was also a marvelous guy. So we're not just good or bad. We're complicated. So I think that I love that he's helping her in that moment, and she kind of lets that in, and that's where she can really unleash her true potential. So that was a very special moment to record.
Yeah, I mean, I really loved how both of them were really trying to overcome their feelings about Magneto. I mean, Professor X in particular. Like, I mean, I won't spoil what happened beforehand, but like, a really emotional episode. Like, and Danger really brought out that inner struggle that they were both going through. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
And it just goes to show, like, even though Professor X is so much older and wiser, he's also working through stuff. So I think that the the human experience being put on Earth and in this life, we don't just gain enlightenment and then everything is easy. I think that even Professor X is trying to figure some stuff out, and learn some lessons at this age.
Yeah, I mean, like he's a professor and can read so many people's minds, but like in the end, like he's still like learning new things from other people.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Right. And so, what else can we expect from Polaris from the rest of the season?
Well, I don't know if you've watched episode 7, but there's some beginnings and rumblings of something fun with Bishop. I don't know what that's going to turn into because we don't find out anything until we record. And so I'm excited to see if that blossoms into anything, but I think it's fun for now. It's nice banter. She could use some beautiful connection because she's come from what felt like a dark past and maybe not an ideal situation with X Factor. So yeah, I'd love to see what that turns into, and then just keep working on those relationships with people like Jean Grey and Professor X. Obviously, he's such a beautiful mentor. So just as long as that keeps growing, that's great.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, I mean, overall, the characters, like after what they've been through, they could all really use just a hug. I mean, like, I mean,
That's exactly it. You just need a big hug and a nice shower and like maybe a big blanket and watch some TV. I feel like they all every episode is just packed with so much that sometimes you just need a breather and need a big hug.
yeah, right. But it's like the life of a superhero. It's tough.
God, I can't imagine. It's exhausting.
Yeah. And so, I mean, do you see yourself returning to the role Polaris in any of the future seasons? I mean, I know they're working on seasons 3 and 4 right now.
Yes, there will be a little Polaris here and there. I can't disclose too much, but I'm glad she is involved, and that's all I can say.
It's
But I
awesome.
do want her to grow a lot more, and I would love to see more relationships being fully fleshed out and just see where it goes. I'm very excited for the possibility of her in future seasons.
Yeah, me as well. I mean, it's just there's like so many like different people on the team that she just like is able to bond with and that
Yeah,
we haven't really seen yet. So
yeah,
I mean, it's so yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what else like they're gonna throw at us.
yeah, exactly. And they keep us in the dark until we record too. So I think it's good, just so we're not going to spoil anything. We have very strong NDAs.
Right, yeah, kind of classic Marvel. It's
Yeah.
so other than X-Men, what other projects are you working on at the moment?
Well, I'm always recording for Overwatch. So I recently did some stuff for Sombra, which is really exciting. I think they're releasing a lot of new characters and more lore and comics and backstories. So I just also cross fingers for that to keep growing. I would love to see more of Raze in Valorant, so we'll see if that's happening. But I'm currently working on a video game that is called Starlight Afterlife, and it is like Baldur's Gate set in space. So I play Captain Kali. She's an awesome space pirate. They're beta testing currently. It's a company in Spain called Epic Tellers, so I'm very excited for that. And so far, oh, and I'm working on a project called Chalk Warfare. It's a video is gonna launch soon, which is really fun. If you haven't seen this, Google Chalk Warfare, and you'll find some really awesome videos on YouTube about dudes that like draw dudes and chicks that draw weapons with chalk, and you can lift them out of the ground and then use them as weapons. And so they're making that into a video game, and it's really fun. And I get to be in their next video, so that should be launching soon. And it's a fun VFX company that works out of South Carolina. So they're called Crispy Media. So look them up because that's one of the things that's coming as well.
Awesome. I mean, that all sounds really fantastic. And with the Starlight Afterlife, I was gonna say like I'm a huge Baldur's Gate fan, so I mean like that else and that's
Oh,
how
cool.
you just gave that makes me really excited. I mean like I want to
Yeah.
learn more about it. So
So the guy who voices Asterion, Neil Newbon, is also in it, and he's directing all of us voice actors in that game. So I think it's going to be fun.
awesome. I mean like I actually had met Neil at Comic-Con a couple of years ago. I mean
Oh,
like
cool.
yeah, I got like a nice picture together. So it's really
Amazing.
cool that you really got to work together with him. So
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's wonderful.
awesome. All right. Is there anything else you want to say to the fans?